In today's episode, I visit my friend and photo mastermind, Lewis Bush. He's some kind of photo genius with a prolific output of photo books and zines. So let us enter the photo bunker. Lewis.
Ed.
This is your bunker. And I've never seen this. I've seen images of it online. I've seen that you've kind of done workshops from here, made a lot of work here. And here I am for the first time.
In the bunker.
In the bunker. So can you give us a bunker tour?
Yeah. This is where I sit.
That's a pretty cool chair.
This is also where I sit sometimes.
This is where you ruminate on ideas and thoughts.
And this is where I stand.
Yeah, groovy. You got a little copy stand over here set up?
Yeah.
Ready to go?
When it went to the big enlarger field in the sky, I decided to repurpose it into an enlarger copy stand.
Yeah, groovy. Basically permanently set up.
I feel we should let everyone know that I'm quite hungover, and that's why I'm just kind of struggling with this.
You're not hungover.
I feel hungover.
This isn't hungover.
I mean, this isn't really hungover, but I am quite hungover.
Why are we hungover?
We were at a book fair last night, and we probably drank our sails away in beer.
That's cool. So we were at a bigger book fair at Peckham 24, and we're going there in a few minutes to continue another days of
you should show everyone my book stock. My book stock. Buy books on my website. Help me get rid of some of these.
Look at these guys.
Please, dear
some
God.
Good stuff here. You got some great zines. This one was at the what's the one at the Turbine Hall at the Tate?
Oh, Striker was there. Yeah.
Striker was there.
That's in the Library of Congress.
Off-print. That's it. Off-print. Striker was there. And a theme of Peckham 24. Oh God.
Oh no.
You better buy these before I destroy them, everyone.
You break them, you buy them.
Ed. God.
Oh, Ed.
Peckham Gothic.
Oh no, here
They
keep coming.
These guys are jumping off the shelves, aren't they?
Yeah, they just want to go. They want to go to a nice home, so please buy them.
Yeah, good. Are you working on anything at the moment, or shall we talk about you've been?
I found the labels.
Circular labels, because we've been printing up labels.
It's not too late, we could just do them quickly.
Yeah. So look, why don't you tell me about Depravity's Rainbow? Seeing as that is it shortlisted, or is it shortlisted for the?
I think I'm a bit confused about what their shortlist and their long list is, because they seem their long list seems very short for a long list, but quite long for a short list.
Yeah.
So it's one of the two.
And that's the Kraszna-Krausz Photo Book Awards. Do you have a copy of Depravity's Rainbow?
I have a copy right behind you, Ed. I can model it.
Yeah. Look at that. Extravaganza.
So this is 4 years of work.
You talk me through it, man.
4 years of work about the history of space exploration and the way it originates during the Second World War and the Holocaust, and originates with this guy, Wernher von Braun, who was a Prussian aristocrat who suddenly discovered that he was really interested in space travel. And the project basically looks at how he first helped Nazi Germany develop their first big rockets, like the V2, which was dropped on London. There's a V2. And then after the war, he basically got a free pass, despite the fact he was a member of the SS and definitely visited quite a few concentration camps. He got a free pass to go to America, and he carried on his work there for NASA. There, in fact, is the only picture that's known to exist of von Braun wearing an SS uniform, and that's Heinrich Himmler, head of the SS. So we're not talking about some guy who just kind of fringed around the edges of the Nazi party. This guy's right in the middle there. And then, after the war, he got to go to the US, and that's him during one of his early American space triumphs, which is the Explorer project. And he had a very nice life after the war. There's him, in fact, swearing his oath of allegiance to the United States in what looks rather like a Hitler salute.
It does look rather like a Hitler salute. Wow.
So, anyway, so the book is basically about how this is unresolved history. So that's actually one of the sites, one of the worst V2 attacks in London, and that is very near where I grew up, in New Cross.
Yeah.
So it's basically about this history, and it's also about the way that still affects space travel today. And, organisations like NASA have never really come to terms with the fact that basically the origins of their field are here.
And I'm guessing that's why you printed up this sticker for the book fair today.
My very badly made homemade sticker.
Is rejected by NASA.
So because I sent the book to about 100 different museums and archives, a lot of which helped me make it by giving me access to stuff. And I got some really nice letters back, which I've got in boxes all over the place here. From people, including the French Holocaust Memorial and stuff like that, saying thanks for the book, really like it. And the only one who wrote back and said no thanks was NASA. And I asked them why, and they said we're only interested in technical publications. So, and I think that's really interesting because so they don't think there can be any moral or ethical kind of problems or questions in space. I think it's just purely a technical exercise. I mean, that is, to me,
But
mind-blowing.
didn't you do a talk, are you going to do a talk at the Imperial War Museum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Will this video be out by then? It's on like Tuesday.
Probably not.
Okay.
So you did a great talk at the Imperial War Museum. I'd like to congratulate you on your talk.
It was great. It was great. Yeah, but no, I've got boxes of random crap here, if you're interested.
Yeah, let's have a look at random crap.
Dig some random crap out.
Yeah.
Got my CSI. Mostly there for effect, I think. Hardly ever need it. Yeah, got boxes and boxes of crap from all of my big projects. Ugh. Let's see, I can't even remember what's in most of these.
See, with my negatives and the state in my office, I need some of these boxes really badly. Dummies.
Soil samples from some of the places I visited. So Nordhausen, that's the site the concentration camp with V2 was made. Nickendorf is the weird site near Berlin, where the first rockets were tested. I don't even know why I collected these. I just felt kind of compelled to pick up. This is part of Test Stand 7, which is basically the place from which the first man-made object went into space from, and that was a V2. So usually when you say to people, where do you think the first rocket to reach space was launched from, they say like Cape Canaveral or something, but that's actually this weird place in the middle of nowhere in Germany. Lots of very badly stored ephemera. Don't even know what. Oh, Wernher von Braun's cigar band.
What? Where do you get that from?
Internet.
Wow.
Like everything. If it's there, it'll be on the internet somewhere. Just random. I'm not even sure why these are in here, to be honest.
Oh, is that a comic strip?
That is. It really
is that a Wernher von Braun?
That really has nothing to do with the project, though, I don't think.
Oh, okay. It looks really cool, though.
More ephemera. Germany's V2 terror weapon hits at England. So, and it really was a terror weapon. Its only purpose was because it was very inaccurate, you could only fire it at cities. So the only thing you could do was terrorise civilians with it. It had no military use. And von Braun knew that, despite what he said after the war. That's the aftermath, one of the worst attacks on London. Another one, this time in Smithfield, which hit a market where hundreds of people were waiting for food. And yeah, killed several hundred people. 110 people were killed and 123 seriously injured. So yeah, despite being random though, the V2 had an unerring ability to hit things like schools, hospitals, markets, it very rarely actually hit anything of military significance. That's von Braun just before he retired from NASA, so a wire picture.
Yeah.
And yeah, so all the pictures in the book were done with the cyanotype process, which this room is now probably like full of cyanotype chemistry, like so.
Dude, it looks great.
So
it's become like graphic, hasn't it? Was that motion blur on it?
Some of it was. I actually added a bit to some pictures. That's the reason that one's not in the books. It's a bit too arty adding.
Oh, dude, I think it's great. That's not in the book.
But what bit was added to basically cover up the pixelation in the image. Yeah. Also, the image isn't really relevant because it doesn't really fit in the story that I'm telling because it's actually not a German V2 test. It's a post-war American test. So yeah, kind of
just the facts, man. Just the facts.
Just the facts. Less interesting. Lots of text. There's a lot of writing in the book. Oh my god, that's the essay at the back of the book, version 20. That gives you an idea of how many millions of drafts I went through on that.
Because writing is such a huge part of your process, but then it's not really. Like I think about myself, even if I'm doing a project, and like even if I don't write for it, I'm writing because I'm trying to structure ideas and I'm researching, and I've got to put that research somewhere.
Yeah. But there's also an element of stuff that can't be communicated in pictures, and so you need to find another way to do it, and sometimes writing makes the most sense. So,
well, that's what was great about the book. I remember I've got a copy, and it's just,
copy here.
You get your copy here.
Oh, well, there you go. There are the actual. These are the actual cyanotypes that were made for the book. Oh, that's a picture of. That's Wernher von Braun right there, and that's Adolf Hitler. So again, this guy.
Which one's Wernher again?
This guy up here. So this guy had some pretty spicy friends.
Yeah.
Despite what he again.
It looks a bit like the King's portrait, doesn't it? But blue.
Oh yeah.
They got a different
vibe
going on.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Depravity's Rainbow. 4 years of my life, I'm not getting back.
Man. Amazing. But these look great. These just look absolutely great. Did you spend a lot of time in the cyanotype process, kind of working out the best way?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time trying to experiment with it, and that was a good opportunity to plug yet another zine I made.
What?
My cyanotype making zine, available from all good stockists, by which I mean my website and nowhere else.
And in my hand.
And in Ed's hand.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm not going to show too much, because people need to buy it.
Because you pick up a lot from experimenting with the process. So I thought, you know what, I'll just take this and I'll condense the most useful stuff into a zine. Because lots of people ask me about cyanotype printing and how to do it. And I just thought, it's easier just to make a little zine that covers basically all the essentials. It doesn't get too deep, but it covers everything you need to know to do kind of like get interesting results. And yeah.
Groovy, Lewis. Well, we need to get to a book fair.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But there we go. Thank you for letting us have a little glimpse into the bunker. I might do a quick wide angle moment. There you go. Wow.
Really wide.
That's it. Bunker. And off we went to the bigger book fair, where I interviewed a number of book publishers, which will be next week's episode.